Today we are talking about shallow highs and shallow lows, what they are and how you can use them to become more profitable. Like all of my other concepts, it is really simple, purposefully. So let me show you. A shallow high is basically an area where price barely managed to break the top, and this is it right there. Now a shallow low is just the same thing but upside down, as you can see right there. Now this actually does not need to break the bottom, because that is not what we're looking for shallow highs and shallow lows. Really simple. Now, what are these? This is mainly in reversals. It shows up mainly in reversals. Let me show you some examples. Let's find one. Here's one right there. Let's draw this out a little bit because it can be choppy, but that is not a problem. What do we see? We see a high, followed by a low, followed by another high, and a low. There we go. Let me tidy this up a little bit. And that is basically the move. What stands out about this? Exactly, a shallow high right there. And this happens every single time. Here, shallow low, another one, shallow low, another one down there, shallow low. So now why do we not just trade off of a shallow low or a shallow high? Because there can be a series of multiple shallow lows or shallow highs, which is why you wait for confirmation. And for this example right there, that confirmation could have been as simple as a break to the low. This huge move that just happened also has one. This is also a shallow high, just like how these are all shallow lows. So we can expect a move up, and it is literally everywhere you look. This is one, 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 this is one. I would also count this is one, this is one, this is one. I mean, you get the point. I can keep going. These are all shallow highs and shallow lows. And it's not on a specific pair, like euro dollar. Let's go to another one. Let's go to gold. Gold is arguably better for reversals, in my opinion. This is one, that is one, this is one, another one, that's one. And again, I can keep going, but I think you get the point. Now, what's interesting about a reversal, let me draw one out really quick. The last shallow high or low is always a reversal break. I can get more into reversal breaks in the future if that's something you want to see, but this video is about the shallow highs and the shallow lows. Now, what's the difference between a shallow low and a normal break on the high? Let's imagine there is a move, a formation that looks something like this, right? Now, it can look different, it can look like that, it can look like this, doesn't matter. Let's make it a little more messy because the real market is never going to be that clean. Now, the difference between a shallow high and a normal break is that shallow highs indicate that price has difficulty going either higher or lower due to whatever this may be. It can be a blocking zone, it can be whatever. Let's check out another market. Let's go to USDCAD. So here was a really strong one. This one went straight down, only one shallow high, which is also, if you paid attention, a reversal break. And there's more, there. It happens literally all the time. I look for this all the time. And it doesn't just work on small scale. It works on large scale too. This is also a shallow low. There. This move right there. And something funny about reversals is that they consist of smaller reversals. Check this out. This is also a shallow low, followed by a reversal break. And then on the other leg, let's see what happened there. All right, so same thing, although I would not consider this to be shallow. Why not? Because it wicked all the way down there. I would not consider this shallow, however, it is still a reversal. What happens relatively often is that the more that accumulate, the more the reaction is. So what happened there? Let me tell you. What do we see? We see shallow highs. And you may ask, why is this shallow? It went up a lot. True. However, when you zoom out a bit, you can see that this back here was way more aggressive. And then here, it starts to kind of flatten out. So these are shallow highs. So if the shallow highs were seen there, why did it move up before going down? Because there is a zone. Oh, I can't see that because I have free training view. Anyways, there is a zone above this where it got filled. Let's check that out on a higher time frame so we can go back further. And there it is. All right, let's see if this matches. This should be above there. And it matches basically perfectly. This is something I like seeing. Why? Because you are getting indications of a reversal before it hits your point of interest, which gives you time to set up your order and do your things. What is the difference between a shallow high and a shallow low? And why would you look for one over the other? Let's imagine price is going up. right? Let's say you want to do a continuation trade on a point of interest somewhere in this range, all right? If you were looking for longs, you should look for shallow lows. So price will come down, and then if you zoom in, you will see something that looks like that, which is the shallow low. Then you enter, it goes up. You can absolutely use shallow highs in this case as an exit. So let's imagine price comes to there, right? Even though you may have had your target set right there, this is a perfectly valid reason to exit your trade. Because what could happen is that this is a setup for a reversal, gets filled right there, and then moves down. So by using shallow highs and shallow lows, you turned what would be a loss into a break even or a profit. So let's draw this out. Let's imagine this was your trade, and then halfway along you saw, that looks kind of shallow. What do? You close trade, and you still have a 2-to-1, which is a hell of a lot better than a loss. And yeah, like I said, it's really simple. It's really simple to look for. They are everywhere. I guarantee you, you load up any chart, put a Coco, why not? And it is absolutely everywhere. There we go. Boom. So the next time you are out hunting reversals, keep these in mind because they are very good at indicating pivots. Anyways, that was it for today. Quick little explanation on shallow lows, shallow highs. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments. They are open. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day.